Hello friends, so welcome you all to the next session on differentiation. Friends, we were discussing the concept of parametric differentiation in the previous class. We had done almost 10 questions there, and there are few more questions which has been left over from the exercise, and we are going to wind up in this session. Okay, so this is the continuation of the previous session, which is parametric differentiation. Okay, so we shall start. There are just few more questions which has to be done. We shall start it. Okay, are you ready? The question goes like this: find dy by dx in the following cases. The first question is x power 2 by 3 plus y power 2 by 3 is equal to a power 2 by 3. So this question was asked in the year March 2006 for 2 marks, right? So though this question comes under parametric differentiation, you need not follow the concept of parametric differentiation to find dy by dx in this case. This question was asked just once. You can use the concept of implicit function differentiation, okay, to find the dy by dx in this case, right? Moving on, let us differentiate x power 2 by 3. This is of the form x power n. What is derivative of x power n? We know it is n into, that is 2 by 3 into x power 2 by 3 minus 1, isn't it? Because derivative of x power n is n into x power n minus 1. Similarly, plus derivative of y power 2 by 3 is also, remember, we are using parametric implicit function differentiation here. So it is 2 by 3 into y power 2 by 3 minus 1 into dy by dx, because y is again a function of x. Okay, this is nothing but, remember, a power 2 by 3 is completely constant, derivative of a constant is 0. Okay, now divide the equation throughout by 2 power, dividing by 2 by 3, what you are going to get is this term will be cancelled. So I am just left over with x power, remember, 2 by 3 minus 1. If you do it up here, 2 by 3 minus 1 will be what? Minus 1 by 3. If you take the LCM, 2 by 3 minus 1 will be minus 1 by 3. Okay, so this is kept as a workout part. So x power minus 1 by 3 plus y power minus 1 by 3 into dy by dx is equal to 0. Now I will take x power minus 1 down 1 by to the right hand side. I will get y power minus 1 by 3 into dy by dx is equal to minus of x power minus 1 by 3. Okay, now because the power is negative here, if I take the reciprocal, that is 1 divided by y power 1 by 3 into dy by dx is equal to, same here, 1 divided by x power 1 by 3. Okay, just a small change. Now remember, if we take the square root, we know the power of square root is 1 by 2. The value of square root is 1 by 2, and I am going to use the cube root here. So y power 1 by 3 can be written as cube root of y into dy by dx is equal to minus 1 divided by, same thing here, x power 1 by 3 can be written as cube root of x. Now if you cross multiply, therefore you can write dy by dx is equal to negative of, you have cube root of y divided by cube root of x. Okay, so you can further simplify this by writing dy by dx is nothing but negative of minus of square root of, remember, cube root of, take the common cube root for both, you are left over with y by x. Remember, this question is not just find dy by dx. The question is, if x power 1 by 2 by 3 plus y power 2 by 3 is equal to a power 2 by 3, prove that dy by dx is equal to minus cube root of y by x. Remember, this is a worked example. In the worked example, he has solved the same question using parametric differentiation. Okay, so you can try the same question in that method. I am giving you the alternative method. Okay, right. So we'll move on to the next question. So the next question goes like this: I have x is equal to square root of a power sine inverse t and y is equal to square root of a power cos inverse t. Okay, now I have to find out dy by dx. Okay, now let us do it. Now instead of there is another simple way of solving this question. This is a bit tricky question. So instead of differentiating it directly, let us square it. Okay, so if I square it, I'll get, taking the square on both sides, I'll get x square is equal to a power sin inverse t. Similarly, if I square here, it becomes y square is equal to a power cos inverse t. Let us keep it as it is. Remember, this question was asked in the year March 2015 for 2 marks question. It's a quite lengthy question, but no other option. Now, if you differentiate this term, x square is equal to a power sin inverse t with respect to what? T, remember. So derivative of x square will be 2x into dx by dt. Remember, because you are differentiating with respect to t, not with respect to x, because this is parametric differentiation. Okay, this is nothing but now derivative of a power f of x. Now what is the derivative of a power f of x? It is a power f of x. Here I have f of t. Okay, a power f of t into log a. Remember, derivative of a power f of x is a power f of x into log a. Okay, into differentiation of sin inverse t. What is derivative of sin inverse t? We all know it. Okay, we all know it. The derivative of sin inverse x is 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. Similarly, derivative of sin inverse t is 1 divided by, so it's already 1 here, divided by root of 1 minus t square. Okay, or you can further simplify this. Dx by dt will be log a into a power sin inverse t divided by 2x into root of 1 minus t square. Take it as equation 1, which is my dx by dt. Similarly, now differentiating y square is equal to, in the same case, derivative of y square is 2y into, remember, it is dy by dt. This is nothing but derivative of a power f of x. Derivative of a power f of x using the formula is a power f of t here. Derivative of a power f of t is a power f of t into log a divided by derivative of what? Cos inverse t. What is derivative of cos inverse t? Again, derivative of actually cos inverse x is minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. In the same pattern, I am going to write it as minus, so I will put the minus here, minus divided by root of 1 minus t square. So further simplifying, I will get dy by dt is nothing but minus, you can write it as log a. Let me keep the log term first, minus log a into a power cos inverse t divided by 2y into root of 1 minus t square. Okay, please be careful. This can be taken as equation 2. Sorry, I think this question was asked for 3 marks, not 2 marks, because this is too lengthy to ask for 2 marks. So once you get it, I am going to use the formula dy by dx. So dy by dx is nothing but, remember, it is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. This is nothing but, please write it carefully, dy by dt is minus of log a into a power cos inverse t divided by 2y into root of 1 minus t square. This is my dy by dt, whole divided by, take dx by dt, I have log a into a power sin inverse t divided by 2x into root of 1 minus t square. Okay, see what all can be cancelled? I can cancel a log term, I can cancel 2 here, so I'm just and also I can also cancel root of 1 minus t, because it is in the both denominator of both numerator and denominator. So I'm just left over with remember what I am left over with? I have a minus here. I have a power cos inverse t divided by y whole divided by a power sin inverse t whole divided by x. So this is the term I have, a power cos inverse t by y, I have kept minus outside, and a power sin inverse t divided by x. Okay, remember this is a prove that question. Now go back to what I have in the first case. What is a power cos inverse t and what is a power sin inverse t? Okay, you can name this as equation star if you want, x square and y square together. Okay, so minus of, remember, a power cos inverse t I'll replace as y square and divided by y I have whole divided by a power sin inverse t is nothing but x square. So replace, I'll get x square by x. We know one term of y can be cancelled and one term of x can be cancelled. This is nothing but minus y by x. Okay, therefore dy by dx is nothing but minus of y by x. So this is the value of dy by dx for this parameters given. Okay, we know this is quite lengthy question, but if they give you, you have no other option than to solve it. Okay, if you practice once or twice, you can easily get this. Shall we move on to the next one? Right. Okay students, moving on to the next question. I have x is equal to a into cos t plus log of tan of t by 2. Okay, and y is equal to a sin t. You have to find out dy by dx. The question was asked twice, in July 2015 and July 2017 for 3 marks each. Okay, now because I have the parameter here is t, remember, now y is a very simple question. Let me first find it out, dy by dt. Okay, so a is a constant, keep it outside. What is derivative of sine? We know derivative of sine is nothing but plus cos. So I get a cos t. So I got 1 mark. So if they give you this question, first go for dy by dt because you can easily get 1 mark here. Okay, so now going to here, this part, dx by dt is nothing but, remember this, a is a constant, keep it outside. What is derivative of cos? Derivative of cos is, we know it is minus sin t. Okay, plus, remember this entire thing you can consider as f. Okay, log of f of x. What is derivative of log of f of x? We know derivative of log is 1 by. So 1 by f of x. F of x means tan t by 2. Actually it is f of t because parameter here is t. Derivative of 1 by tan into, remember what is derivative of tan? We all know derivative of tan is nothing but secant square theta. The theta here is t by 2 into, remember it was, if it was just t you could have left here. I have another constant here, half, which should also be multiplied. Okay, and that's it. Now we are going to solve, we are going to make some arrangements here. So this is nothing but a into, I have minus sin t, okay, plus, okay, I have 1 by tan. What do you mean by 1 by tan? 1 by tan is nothing but cot, isn't it? So cot t by 2 can be written as cos t by 2 divided by sin t by 2. Okay, I am just making some arrangements here into what is secant square? Secant square is the reciprocal of cos. So I am going to write it as 1 by cos square t by 2 into 1 by 2. Okay, just some arrangements. This is nothing but a into minus sin t plus, you can look here, one cos term will be cancelled. I am left over with 1 divided by 2 into sin t by 2 into cos t by 2. Okay, so this is nothing but a into minus sin t, keep it aside, plus, okay. Remember this may look like for you as 1 divided by 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2, isn't it? So that is nothing but, what is 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2? It is nothing but sine theta. So here the parameter is t. So I have 1 divided by sine t. Okay. So if you take the LCM, I get a into, let us take the LCM. I get sine t as term here, multiplying I'll get 1 sine square t minus, plus 1. Okay. Or else you can write it as a into 1 minus sine square t by sine t. Okay. So this is nothing but a into, what is 1 minus sine square? We know 1 minus sine square is nothing but cos square. So it is cos square t, a cos square t by sine t. Okay. This is my, remember, dx by dt. Okay. Therefore, moving on, I want to find out dy by dx. Therefore, dy by dx is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. It is nothing but, what is dy by dt? I have a into cos of t whole divided by dx by dt is a, actually I get cos square t divided by sine t. Okay. Now remember, your a and a will be cancelled. I am left over with, and also one term of cos can be cancelled. Okay. So I am just left over with 1 divided by, I have cos t divided by sine t. Okay. So this is nothing but 1 divided by, what is cos by sine? We know it is nothing but cot t. Okay. And reciprocal of cot is nothing but tan t. Okay. Therefore, you can finally write dy by dx is nothing but tan t. Okay. So this is the solution for this question. Though it looks quite lengthy, only if you can practice these problems, you can easily do this. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? Right. Friends, I have one last question on parametric differentiation with which I am going to wind this session off. So I have x is equal to sine cube t divided by root of cos 2t and y is equal to cos cube t divided by root of cos 2t. This is a very most lengthier question, and until now they have not asked this question yet because it is too lengthier for them to give for 3 marks. Okay. So we are just going, we shall go through how we are going to solve this question. I have already solved this question and I am going to take you through that procedure. Okay. So look here, I have x is equal to sine cube t divided by root of cos 2t. Okay. Now if I have to get dx by dt, the parameter here is t, I am going to use u by v rule. Okay. So u by v rule, quotient rule here for again chain rule type. Okay. So derivative of u by v is v square, denominator square, into keep the denominator as it is, which is root cos 2t, into differentiate sine cube t. Now what is derivative of sine cube t? This is of the form f of x cube. Derivative of f of x cube is 3 times f of x square into f dash. Similarly, so it is 3 sine square t into derivative of sine is cos. Okay. So minus, remember for quotient rule in between term is minus. Now keep sine cube t as it is, write the derivative of root of cos 2t. Now we know derivative of root is 1 divided by 2 root of f of x, that is 1 divided by 2 into root of cos 2t. You have to again differentiate this cos 2t. Okay, isn't it? So derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 into sine 2t. Now some arrangements can be made. 2 and 2 you can cancel. Okay, keep this as it is, 3 sine square t into cos t. Then this becomes, if you take the LCM again here, if you, I have a numerator by denominator part here. If you take the LCM, this root and root will be multiplied. I will get full cos 2t. Minus of minus becomes plus sine cube t into sine 2t. I have full root with square will be cancelled. I will get cos 2t, one full power of cos 2t. Along with it, I will get 1/2, that is 1 root of it. I have cos root t from numerator and cos 2t here. So I'll get 1/2, isn't it? From here I have 1 power, I have half power. So 1/2 is 3/2. This will give me dx by dt. If you have understood this, similarly we are going to solve dy by dt. Okay. So similarly dy by dt is denominator square into, keep the denominator as it is, differentiate the numerator. Derivative of cos cube t is 3 times cos square t into derivative of cos square is minus sign, remember. Okay. Minus, keep cos cube t numerator as it is. Again, if you differentiate root of cos 2t, derivative is 1/2 root f of t into derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 into sin 2t. 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Minus of minus becomes what? Plus. So actually I'm writing this term first, because again here I have, this is a negative term. So again I'm taking the LCM. Remember, I'm taking this term first, cos cube t into sin 2t minus 3 cos square t into sin t. Remember, if you take the LCM, root and root will be full power, that is cos 2t divided by, same thing as previous, I will get cos 2t power 3/2. Okay. Now dy by dx, we know it is nothing but dy by dt into dx by dt. If you divide it, remember these denominators will be cancelled. So I am left over with numerator from this part, that is cos cube t sin 2t minus 3 cos square t sin t into cos 2t, and denominator part will be this numerator. Whatever it is, I have written it down. Okay. Now we are going to make small arrangements. Cos cube t is kept as it is. Sin 2t is nothing but 2 sin t into cos t, isn't it? Okay. 3 cos square t sin t, and now cos 2t will be written as 2 cos square t minus 1. Okay. Fine. Similarly, 3 sin square t into cos t. Cos 2t I am going to write in terms of sin, that is 1 minus 2 sin square t. Okay. Plus sin cube t is left as it is. Sin 2t is 2 sin t into cos t. Okay. I know this is very lengthy question, but that is why they have not asked you yet in this this question in any examination, and I don't think so they will be asking this. I am just rubbing through the procedure of how to solve it. Further, if you simplify, if you cross multiply, you will get the next term as, so if you multiply, I will get 2 sin cos power 4t minus 6 into cos power 4t sin t plus 3 cos square t sin t. Similarly, denominator is 3 sin square t cos t minus 6 sin power 4t cos t plus 2 sin power 4t cos t. Okay. So remember, this 3 cos square t sin t is kept as it is. Now in both the terms I have cos power 4t into sin t, isn't it? So this is minus 6 times plus 2 times, so it becomes minus 4 times. Similarly here I have 3 sin square t cos t kept as it is. In both the cases I have sin power 4t cos t, I have minus 6 times and plus 2 times, so minus 4 times. Okay. In both the terms I can take out sin t and cos t common. I am left over with 3 cos t here, because 1 cos is, remember, minus 4 cos cube t. Similarly, sin t cos t is taken outside. I will get 3 sin t minus 4 what? Sin cube t. So these terms get cancelled. Okay. Remember, and this is a formula. I hope you would be knowing the formula, which is sin 3 theta is 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta, and similarly cos 3 theta is 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Using it here, so numerator becomes cos 3 theta and denominator becomes sin 3 theta. Actually, why we take negative is because for cos 3 theta you have to get 4 cos cube term first. I have 4 cos cube term second, so that's why you'll get a negative term, and cos by sin is nothing but cot. So the final dy by dx is minus cot of 3t. Is it fine? Okay. So friends, we have come to the conclusion of this session. Okay, hope you have enjoyed and understood the topic. So this will conclude the concept of parametric differentiation. Okay, so in the next videos we'll meet again with other topics of differentiation. Okay, until then, take care and bye.